How you doing, Ralphy here, Ralphy Customs. Back on the Triumph, back on the lathe. We're going to turn up some swing arm bushes, but they're not dead straightforward, you'll see. Righto, the issue for the tissue is this. I've just machined this off camera. The sleeve, stainless steel I used. And I'll be absolutely fine in there, because one was missing, and they're fucking, you have to buy the old bearing set, and it's like fucking 50, 60 quid. From the Germans as well, so you're going to have to wait. The problem I've got is that the standard spindle is a bit of a weird fucking conflab. This is TL1000 Suzuki, if I'm right, I think it is. And I'm looking at it, that screws into the standard frame, yeah, and then locks off with this fucking doofer. And then you've got a normal end, this end, that goes through in a nut and washer. So what I need to do is turn up two bosses. It's gonna fucking be awkward to do. This is one-handed. There we go. Whee. So we need to turn up two bosses, right? And they're both going to be 35 millimeters long. Sorry, really bad fucking filming. There, and 35 this end. Yeah. This one's going to be plain with a just 25mm bore to pass the spindle. This one needs to be threaded for this fucker. So what I've done, I've found some suitable material. This EN3B mild steel is one of my favourite materials. It's going to be a lovely size, 35mm is that, or something like that? Oh, 40mm, fucking bob on that is. I'm going to make the bosses out of that. Like I say, this is going to be a plain one. This one's going to have this thread. And from my measurements, it's 32mm by 1.5. Fucking, come on. 32 by 1.5. That thread is. Now, if we go over to the fucking Atlas chart, we'll see that 30mm, 30 by 2, 33. There is no 32mm, it's not listed. So, we're going to have to wing it a bit. So, as always, we need to cut a piece of stock. And because they're 35mm, sorry, 40 fucking millimeters, won't go down the throat of me lathe, I'm going to cut two blanks off just a bit longer than I need, at 36mm. We'll face them to length and bore them out accordingly. Right, so we've cut two slugs of that 40mm, and we've chucked one up. I'm just going to face it off. So, with a light cut, we'll work our way across, remembering that we're going to take the centre out. I'm not happy with that, doing it, is it? Right, I'm going to change my tool. Hold on. Right, so, where was I? I'm going to light pass. Like so, just to true it up. Remembering that we're going to machine most of the middle out. So even the smallest one, 25mm bore, which is probably about there, so we could leave it at that. Like that. And then we'll take it out. In fact, I won't. I'll break that edge. Then I'll take it out, turn it around, do the same. Now shaking like a shitting dog this side, so we know we want to make a continuous cut, and we're not quite there, look, so a little bit more. And we're almost there, a little bit more, and Bob's your answer. Now, I'll take that down towards the centre again, and stop it at that. Now I'll take this out and measure it, and then machine it down to 35mm. We'll do that with both pieces, so it'll be 35mm long with a machine face each end. Right, now we've done that, so we can go in, as always, with a pilot. Start off with a centre drill. Step that up to a pilot hole. And now take that out. Again, step that up a size, ready to get in there with a boring bar. I could do with taking this over to the grinder to give it a quick turn. If it doesn't settle down, I will. Right, so we've been to the stone and we've put a bit of water on and slowed it down a bit. And that is so much happier. So, there we go, it broke through. And now we're ready to bore that out to size. So I'll swap out to a boring bar. Speed things up again. Get in there. Can't find it, grind it. And we'll take a light cut and then we'll measure it to size. So just, there we go. And we'll measure that up. We want right. 22.9. So I'll set my DRO to 22.9 and machine that out. You can join me just as I'm finishing. Join me again just as I'm finishing. Alright, so I'm just going to test this. That's just small. 24.9 I got it as. And we want just 25.1 or something similar will do it. So take a little skim off. Just a nice light pass, just to get us where we need to be. So we'll just run this through, and then we'll have another test. Almost there. That's just through. So I wind it in, back it out. Move the tooling out of the way. And keep referencing and checking at every opportunity. There we go. Fucking hell. I'm happy with that. A little bit of movement, which is good, but it's not like a cock in a sock. So that is the easy one done. Break that edge, spin it around and do the same. There we go. One down, one to go. So right, we've done the same with the other one. I'm just going to finish, this is the last pass to take it out to size, 30.5. And then we can look at putting a thread down the inside of the bugger, can't we? So, just get this machined out. Double check the size, and then we'll get set up to do a bit of screw cutting. So we're almost there. Any minute now. There we go. So wind in, back off. Fuck that off out of the way. Steamy, steamy. Give it a blow off. Where this is. Gotta blow up the pipe, mate. And now I'm going to switch my tooling out, alter the gears on the gearbox that you can't see, to get myself set up ready to cut out thread. So we've got cover off because we need to swap these gears around. We have them on this way because it gives us a fine feed for when we're turning, but to get the pitch required for threading, we need to change them, and I'm not going to be able to do it one-handed, so I just thought I'd show you. I got the fucking hell, I have to wrestle them off with two hands, and they're proper fucking greasy as they need to be, you know. So I'll get them changed out, ready. So yeah, now we've got the big one on the top, sorry, the big one on the middle and the button. Big one in the middle, little one on the bottom. There's a plate on the back here that you have to loosen off to change the distance from this centre to that centre, depending on this change gear. And that's your fucking lot. Bob's your jolly old, if I can get that nut started. So we'll get them on and tightened up, and then we'll go and make sure that we've selected the correct configuration on the Norton gearbox, which is nothing to do with this job, it's just what they're called. So we'll nip them up. I'm not making a good job of explaining this because I'm talking and filming and tightening. Oh, that's three things at once, ain't it? So yeah, we'll nip these buggers up. They don't have to be fucking rock solid because I'm going to change them when I've done this operation. But that's that done. Covers off. Now we'll go back around the inside of the machine, and we want 1.5 millimeters pitch, which is there, which is the two top levers facing right, and the one on its own, the one on the right facing right, which is good because this gearbox is faulty and this is the only configuration I've got. And we move this along until we're in the slot for the 1.5, which is really difficult to fucking do, again, one-handed, so bollocks. Oh yeah, we're in 1.5, and now when we run it with the lead screw going and engage that lead screw, away we go, and that'll give us a 1.5. Now we wouldn't run it that fast, we'd probably run it at that sort of speed so that we can actually control what we're doing. Maybe a bit faster than that. Yeah, I'll settle on a speed. I'll change this out to a screw cutting, to a thread cutting boring bar, and then we'll see what's what, won't we? Okay folks, see if I can get a light in a bit better for you. So I've set up my one and only, which looks fucking tiny, threaded insert internal fucking boring bar. Just hoping that it's got the fucking depth to do 3/4 of a mil. Yeah, of course it has, of course it has. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm going to turn the tip around and then I'm going to touch on the inside. I've put some marker pen on there. I'm going to touch on the inside. I'm going to zero off my DRO. Now, I'm not going to get into the 28 or 30 degrees and whether I'm using the compound to back it out. I'm not. Because these inserts are pre-formed to the right size, you know, to the right angles. I don't need to cut on the leading edge only to get the thread profile that I want. So I'm just going to back it out. Basically, I'm going to touch on, I'm going to back it out, I'm going to do a scratch cut, and I'm going to check that I'm on 1.5, which I should be. There's no reason to believe I'm not. And then we'll start cutting thread, won't we? Until the spindle screws on. Right, so everything's set at 0. I've got an indicator wheel down here that you can't see, and the plate on the side of the machine tells me that I can hit any line for 1.5 thread. So let's take a scratch pass. Let's take a bit too much, half a mil. You know, 0.2 of a mil. You have to bear with me. There we go. 0.2 of a mil, and wait for a line to come around. We'll go on the 90 line, which is there. Scratch pass, take it through, shut it off, wind it in, pack it out, and then we'll get our gauge, which is there. Get a 1.5, which is that fucker, and I will attempt, I won't be able to show you this fucker, but I will attempt to, oh yeah, I will attempt to check and make sure that that is on 1.5, which it was, so we can get cutting, bear with, I'm looking to focus quite hard, so we're in, knock the feed off, wind this in, back it out, come out, up again, wait for a line, in, through, wind it in, back it out, wind it out, 0, 4, to a line. Don't sound as happy, does it? 3, 4 that is. So 3, 4 is 1.2, we're nearly there. I'm going to go there and then we'll try the bugger on, so bear with. Wait for a line. There. Wind it in, out, and go. Just going to give it a quick scratch pass. That's 1.6 depth of cut totally I'm showing, so should be about by 1. Alright. Scratch pass is cutting more than I thought it would. You know, I'm not a fan of this little tool. No, it might have fucking done me proud. Let's have a look. You know, we're just a little bit tight, so I'll give it another cut. Just come back in. We were 3, 2. which is there. Okay. Go there and see how we fare. Wind it in. Move that. Fuck that off. Fucking hell, it wants it. It's not quite having it, so... Can't get that. Let's try this. It's just starting, that is, and won't quite have it. I'm going to fucking have a quick sanity check. So, are we 1.5? Yes. Is this 1.5? It is. I think it fucking is. I'm not 100%, but it's got to be, hasn't it? Everything says that. Let me just have a look at 1.5. Left, left, left. Everything right, right, right. Yeah, right, right, right. I'll just have another cut or two and see where we end up. Right, so we've done a couple more passes. It was really nearly there, the last pass, and this pass is... Oh, no, there it goes. Look at that. Yeah, I'm well happy with that. It's a bit firm still, but I've not even got a spanner on it, and I'm turning it on, so... Yes, it was that firm last time I did have to put a spanner on it. So, there we go. A little bit firm in the middle. I think I'll run one more scratch pass. And that should do us for that. So, bear with, you can watch that. A few sins. Arthritis. Don't fail me now. Fucking Jesus. Oh, that's that. So, spin it up, wind it in, and we're out. We're gonna go there. Sorry, fucking about. I'm gonna go there. Right, move for a line. Wind it in, back it out, come out again. One more for good luck, eh? Move for a line. Happy days. Right out of the way. Let the good blow off. And now, just slide that into the fucking swing arm, and it should screw into the frame with fuck all play. Like so. There we go. Happy days. Snorted. I'm going to change this machine back to its settings for everyday use, because I'm going to need to make quite a few bits and bobs and different things for the rest of the frame as we go on. I'm joining at the bench. Holy fucking dokler. There we have it. Here's the bosses, nice and tight. Nice bit of movement. What I have just realised with checking things is the swing arm's going to have to go in upside down because the Triumph engine actually drives on the right. The chain's on the right, so I'm hoping that the brake works through, but it should do. It should be all right. I don't see an issue, but we'll see if one arises. So now we've got the front part of the frame and the middle, well, the rear section of the frame really, apart from the seat, you know. It's going to be the furthest bit. What we need to do is set it up on the table with the engine and start joining the two together with the engine sat in the middle, don't we? So that's that for the component key parts that we need before we start. So I've made the headstock, I've made the swing arm bosses. Next up we'll get the engine on the bench and we'll work out our ride heights and the clearances and we'll go from there. Sorted.